Hello, welcome back to Legends ZA. So I did end up playing a bit on my own last night. I didn't do anything too exciting. I mostly just ran around the city. I did catch a couple of Pokemon, and I found some of the places I was looking for. I found the Lumiose Museum and Hotel Richisme. But I didn't look around because I figured I'd prefer to do that on the video. There were also a couple of other things that I didn't explore on my own. But the last place I found last night, was Lysander Cafe. Doesn't seem to be doing so well. Here it is. I don't think they're in business anymore. For some reason. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is Lysander Cafe. Anyway. I didn't go to any of the wild zones that I hadn't been to yet, so I haven't been into number 7 or whatever. But today I want to check out those places I didn't explore. I also found Restaurant Luau. And there didn't seem to be any indication that I could ever have a battle there, which is a bummer. But maybe I'm not a high enough rank for that. But I'll have to go to Restaurant Lana again. But anyway, here's the museum. This music sounds exactly the same. We are currently hosting a special exhibition on the second floor. Cool. Can I get an audio guide? Alright. It's just a map. Farmers and Pokemon. What Pokemon is that? Well, let's take a look. What Pokemon is that? Is that Mew? That's my best guess. It doesn't look like anything. If anyone else has any ideas, let me know. It captures the lives of Pokemon and farmers who live together with the land. It was painted about 85 years ago and is regarded as an example of naturalism. It has to be Mew. That's the only thing it can be with that tail. It's a glittering cave. It's a dark and narrow cave. The source of its eerie light is a plant called luminous moss. Thought that said Lumiose moss. It's like, not everything has to be about the city. This work is part of a series depicting sceneries that inspired overseas artists while they were traveling in Kalos. Okay, so you can talk to either the painting or this little guide to get the same info. Alright, let's check out these ones. Sarina. A depiction of the fruit Pokemon Sarina and the scarecrow Pokemon Cacturne. Some have chosen to explore the figures of Pokemon so different than humans in order to better understand their anatomy and to explore the nature of their hearts and minds. Sarina is kind of notably one of the more human-looking Pokemon anatomy-wise. Like, go study the anatomy of Dragalge if you want something not human-like. Adam's family. Pokemon sharing a moment together centered around Gothitelle. Many artists have displayed curiosity about how Pokemon would relate to each other in the absence of humans. That's cute. Diancie. A painting of the mythical Pokemon Diancie. Artist boldly eschews painting a background altogether, keeping the focus solely on Diancie. Thus, we can feel the artist's desire to emphasize that the subject transcends eras and trends. She's so cute. He looks stern. This piece was long believed to have been a portrait of a king from 3,000 years ago, painted by an artist who lived after his time. However, recent research has lent support to the theory that this painting in fact depicts a descendant of the king's younger brother. From this, we can surmise that this royal line maintained a degree of power through the ages. He looks nothing like Lysander. Or AZ. Yes, Lucario. Truly nothing human looking about it. That would have been a good subject for that guy's art. Only the chosen may climb the Tower of Mastery. It also requires skill with roller skates to reach the top floor. One must have complete mastery of their own body to become a Mega Evolution user. So where are my roller skates? That's one big Lucario. Maybe it's an alpha? Lucario was the first Pokemon to ever be Mega Evolved in the Kalos region, right? Yep. It is said that one only gains their Mega Ring after defeating the successor to Mega Evolution in a Pokemon battle atop the Tower of Mastery. I think times have changed since this exhibit was put in. A shining stone that emitted great warmth was discovered. The Tower of Mastery was then built to house and protect the stone. To this day, the successor to Mega Evolution carries on the legend of the mysterious stone. I do not remember that stone. This is a replica of the Mega Lucario statue in the Tower of Mastery. The original statue was created to commemorate the fact that Lucario was the first Pokemon to ever Mega Evolve in the Kalos region. This doesn't look Mega Evolved to me. It looks normal. Am I wrong? Can I investigate, please? The giant Mega Lucario statue that stands within the Tower of Mastery. In order to directly view its face, one must climb to the second floor of the tower. Within the base of the statue is a room that only successors or related personnel can enter. The Tower of Mastery stands to the north of Lumiose City. 2 strange stones were once discovered in this area, which are now thought to have been the first known Megastone and Keystone. Alright. Up to the next floor. Hisui, the Grand Exhibition. The lands once known as Hisui reveal how humans and Pokemon came to live in harmony. With the help of various museums and collectors, we bring you all the relics and some replicas that we can from this fascinating place and time. We hope you'll come away from this exhibit with a sense of the daily life and customs of Hisui. Alright. Dialga and Palkia are legendary Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. They say these Pokemon control time and space even now. Palkia's neck really bothers me. Ancient Sinnoh hieroglyphs. These hieroglyphs were used in ancient Sinnoh and are said to depict both common Pokemon and those that were objects of worship. Each glyph held multiple meanings and they could be combined to create whole sentences. Alright, let's see if we can figure out who any of these are. Well, top left is Arceus. The top 3 right are the Lake Guardians. And I think the other 2 on the top must be Dialga and Palkia. Then we've got Cresselia, Darkrai, Heatran, I don't know the next one. But then there's Wordeer and Cleavor. Then Ursaluna. Is that Sneasler? It's got to be Sneasler. Then Basculegion, Arcanine. No, that one's Sneasler because it's got the purple claws. So that must be Lilligant. The Electrode. It's so sad. Poor guy. Avalugg. Braviary. Regigigas, Giratina, and Manaphy. So that one next to Heatran. I have no idea who that could be. Let me know in the comments if you want. Palkia. Almighty Sinnoh. A statue depicting the spatial Pokemon Palkia worshipped by a group known as the Pearl Clan. They referred to it as Almighty Sinnoh, the creator of the entire world, and they were wrong. Almighty Sinnoh. A statue depicting the temporal Pokemon Dialga worshipped by a group called the Diamond Clan. They referred to it as Almighty Sinnoh, the creator of the entire world. And they were wrong too. Let's see what you have to say. I was told that the person who wore this outfit donated it to the collection personally. Apparently he gazed a while at those sketches by Professor Laventon with this nostalgic air too. Formal attire. This outfit is said to have been worn by the ancient Sinnoh people during their rituals. That's not quite how I remember it. This group worshipped the Pokemon Arceus as an almighty deity. It is thought that they showed their respect by mimicking Arceus' appearance, even reflected in the way that they styled their hair. I don't know if respect is the word I'd use. The Ancient Quarry. As its name would suggest, this cave was used in ancient times as a stone quarry. The clean cuts on the rock surfaces are signs of advanced techniques or possibly skilled command of Pokemon. Either way, the results are impressive even in this modern age. Temple of Sinnoh. An artist's rendition of what the ruins known as the Spear Pillar would look like if restored. I like the colors. It is said that these ruins once housed 10 statues depicting Pokemon known as lords or ladies. However, the temple was severely damaged due to a battle between legendary Pokemon, with the statues also being destroyed. Records show that the name Spear Pillar was coined by the Survey Corps of the time. They must have reconstructed this based on contemporary records. Oof. Kimono. Recreation of a kimono worn by Komodo, first commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. The kimono uses many different types of thread and is ornately decorated, showing that much effort was put into its creation. Thus, it is assumed the kimono is quite costly, but it is unknown whether Komodo acquired it himself or if it was given to him as a gift. The pattern provides evidence that Golduck could be found at the time the cloth was embroidered. Is there a Golduck on it? Oh, whatever. The commander's armor. A suit of armor worn in battle by Komodo, the first commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. It is said to come from the Galar region and bears a strong resemblance to the armor worn by Wickstrom, an Elite Four member of the Kalos region's Pokemon League. When contacted for comment, Wickstrom said it was possible this armor was one of several suits his ancestors gave to Galarians. However, it is difficult to verify such claims given relations between Kalos and Galar during the era. Ooh, were tensions high? Were they perhaps at war? Alright. Galaxy Expedition Team flag. One story claims that this flag was meant to show that the Galaxy team was made up of people from different regions, and so its design incorporates various elements, including Galarian letters. However, the truth of this tale remains unknown. The flag itself seems to have been made using threads from Pokemon, so I must have been talking to that. Venerated portraits. Portraits said to have been displayed by the Pearl Clan and Diamond Clan. The individuals depicted within them are said to have represented the sun, sea, and land, but nothing concrete is known about their identities. Not sure who any of these guys are. These two look vaguely familiar, but this guy on the right definitely does not. Hairstyles of the time. Displayed here are hairstyles said to have been available at the hairdresser in Jubilife, the early settlement home to the Galaxy Expedition Team. It is also said that changing one's hair color was possible at this establishment. Alright, interesting. They used to make their Pokeballs by hand. Pokeballs of the Hisui region. People of the time crafted their own Pokeballs using apricorns and the mineral tumblestone. Many varieties are said to have been crafted, each displaying different properties depending on what materials were used. Crafting one's own Pokeballs in the modern age would be a true labor of love given the difficulty. It's a lost art. Sketches drawn by Professor Laventon. His original Pokédex was long assumed to be lost until a partial facsimile was found in the shed of a private house in the Sinnoh region. This discovery has helped advance the studies of Professor Laventon and the Pokédex he created. His work has been reevaluated in recent years with particular appreciation for his accurate sketches of Pokemon and his gift for capturing Pokemon's quirks within his skillful descriptions. It is said his Pokédex was not in fact completed by Laventon himself, but by a mysterious 15-year-old youth who appeared out of nowhere one day. That was me! So, that's a nice looking Abra. Can't tell who's in all of these pictures, but the ones I can tell are very nice. Hisui is an ancient name for a distant region. The people there greatly feared Pokemon. It seems that old survey work really led to people and Pokemon better understanding one another. Let's look at the walls first. House interior. Here is the interior of a standard house in the early settlement of Jubilife. Though sparsely furnished, it contains everything needed for field work and daily life, including hardy clothing, sandals, and boots. Some houses also contained items the residents brought with them from their home regions. Shop interiors. Above is shown the interior of the hairdresser, while below is the interior of the clothier. While life in Hisui is often regarded as one of scarcity, residents are able to live in relative comfort by befriending Pokemon, as well as by using gathered materials to craft items. The hairdresser also seemed to host salons, with some residents gathering to play a game known as Go at the establishment. The training grounds, a space where Galaxy Expedition team members honed their skills for battle using Pokemon they'd caught. It is worth noting that wild Pokemon were still regarded as terrifying creatures at the time. There are records of a man named Ingo providing guidance in the ways of Pokemon battle, but it is said that he simply vanished one day after stating, "It's time for me to return." Interesting. I was wondering if there was going to be any Ingo content, because I don't know. So he made it home eventually. Did his memories come back? Model reproduction of the general store. The general store is believed to have played a central role in providing supplies to the settlers, which makes sense. There are records of other enterprises as well, such as a clothier and his photography studio. This is a lot of talking. Life around Jubilife. Within the settlement of Jubilife, fields were established to grow crops. Beyond its walls was the beach where settlers first came ashore. As more Pokemon were surveyed and the area was developed, so too did the population grow. It is said that the Pokemon they befriended also helped with various tasks, such as farming. Alright. Potato mochi. Food prepared in Hisui by cooking sootfoot roots, which could be harvested in Hisui at the time. A recipe has even been found in writings from the period. Sootfoot humble root, harvest it and peel it. Broiled, baked, or steamed will do, just let nobody steal it. Mash the root, then knead the mash, then once more heat it over. Grill it only till it browns. Use ember, not flamethrower. Now hearken well and listen closely. The wise adore potato mochi. Interesting. I think all recipes should be presented as poems. Survey Corps uniform. The uniform remained undamaged even when its wearer rolled over rough terrain to dodge attacks from wild Pokemon. It could withstand both heat and cold, and is said to have even withstood Pokemon moves. Remarkably, the red cap is believed to have always stayed in place, no matter how the wearer moved. It is pretty remarkable now that you mention it. But just the red cap. Her bandana always fell off. Hisui Region Map Number 1. This map depicts the area around the settlement of Jubilife, base of the Galaxy Expedition Team. Many children can be seen, perhaps indicating that the fear of Pokemon has lessened and life has stabilized by this time. Hisui Region Map Number 2. This map depicts the Coronet Highlands, as well as the Crimson Mirelands and Lake Valor. Though very different from modern Sinnoh region, the geography itself is accurately shown. It is believed that the surveyor viewed the area from above while riding upon a flying Pokemon. Replicas of modern Pokeballs. More of them. The Pokeball Factory. This factory makes Pokeballs and ships them all over the Kalos region. This painting is part of a series on technology in Kalos, and the ever-increasing number of Pokeballs expresses the artist's desire to be connected to all Pokemon. No wonder some people start getting particular about which ball they use for each Pokemon. They got a match. Sheesh, I didn't even realize there were this many different kinds of Pokeballs. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a whole series of painting of power plants in Kalos. Someone truly loved them, no? This plant uses heat from the ground to generate electricity. This painting is part of a series on technology, and the plant is a sharp commentary on the hidden passion that lies just beneath everyone's surface. This plant gathers sunlight in space in order to generate electricity. The artist has succeeded in capturing the sense of self-efficiency in the region of being isolated but still striving to help others. This plant uses gas from composting waste to generate electricity. It expresses the sorrow of wanting to leave some legacy behind even though we pass on and disappear. Oh. This plant uses gas from... I'm looking at the wrong one. Whatever. This plant uses fire to generate electricity. The fierce combustion fully communicates the passionate fire of the energy of life. Alright. Map of Lumiose. They can't go upstairs here, but maybe I can on the other side? Nope. Alright. So I just have to get the other side of this floor. The Man in Mew. They say a man of power at the time forced the artist to add the mythical Pokemon Mew to spread the word of how great he was. Did it work? Did everyone think you were great for that? This painting depicts a knight-errant who continues his travels with a Pokemon Golurk. The painting expresses the knight's identity and his suffering as its primary subjects. It is regarded as an example of romanticism. Coastline. This piece is a key work in the rise of the realist movement. It depicts with keen accuracy the scenery in an area near Lumiose City in Kalos. Cute. A city that looks like a hideaway for fairies. A huge tree stands in the center, and the Pokemon Gym is nestled in the tree. This work is part of a series depicting scenarios that inspired overseas artists while they were traveling in Kalos. This looks like the same knight in Golurk as in the other painting, the courtyard of Parfum Palace. A statue that celebrates cooperation between Pokemon and people stands in the courtyard. This work is part of a series depicting scenarios that inspired artists while they were traveling in Kalos. Alright. And one more painting. Around the time that Parfum Palace was built, aristocrats who served the king created unique castles in their territories. This work is highly praised as a piece that captures that period in time. Alright. Whew. That was a lot. But the art was pretty. I already have that flabebe. What color of flower does this one have? That one, that looks like red, right? Alright. Spent the entire night in the in the museum. Alright, let's see if we can get a part-time job. Fancy. I need work. Can I work here? Welcome to Hotel Richissime, where we proudly offer the most luxurious service in the whole city. Can I work here? I need a job. What? So, there's a little door symbol on the elevator, so is there a chance I can use it in the future? Well, that was a bit of a letdown, but at least there was plenty of stuff at the museum. So do you think Ingo is going to be making an appearance in this game? Because if he came back to the future, it's possible. Alright, so the other thing that I wanted to do was go back to the train station. Because I kind of wandered this way last night. A train bound for the airport waits at the platform. Do you want to leave Lumiose City? Yesterday I said no, but now I'm gonna say adieu, Lumiose. I want to know... Is this... What's going to happen? I'll leave them behind. I'm going to look it up. I don't want to like accidentally delete my game or anything, but I do want to know what's out there. Okay. It looks like I'm not gonna like permanently erase my save file or anything. Adieu. Adieu. You've got unfinished business here in Lumiose. It's probably better not to leave. Do you really, really want to board that train anyway? Goodbye. Alright. You boarded the train bound for the airport. This is really it. Adieu, Lumiose City. How strange. You must have nodded off here on the bench. I dreamed the whole thing. It's kind of a bummer. I wouldn't mind seeing like some of those places that were in the museum, like Lumiose City, Coumarine, and the Glittering Cave. Oh well. I guess that's what DLC is for, right? So with that done, let's check out the restaurant. See if we can have a battle here. No? Can I... Well... Maybe this guy will... Welcome to Restaurant Lana. Our flavors will never overwhelm your palate. Can I eat? Can I battle? It's called a battle restaurant. Where are the battles? Well, that's a bit of a letdown. Alright. I feel like there was something else. Oh, one thing that I tried to do was catch everything in Wild Zone 5. But there's this whole section here on the right that I just can't get to. It's completely walled off, but there is an entrance here. It's like kind of on the inside. So I was thinking maybe there's like an underwater or like underground canal that leads there. So I tried looking around here and I ended up looking down here. And there was something kind of promising down there, but I can't swim, so that was a bit of a bummer, but maybe I'll try over here now. So let's fly to the research lab and check that out. Okay. I think I'm gonna do another full day because even though this episode is already like 40 minutes long, I would like to actually do something other than look around a museum. So alright, so I gotta get down there if I can. Okay. Let's see. I mean, that's gotta go somewhere, right? But I can't even jump over this ledge. I can't get down there. Unless I can get on top of that building over there, but it's got a ledge all the way around it too. So let's try and get up there. Because I have to be able to get over to that other part of Wild Zone 5 in order to catch the last Pokemon there. Because I've searched the rest of that Wild Zone pretty thoroughly. But, no luck. I'm back where I started. Okay, so there wasn't a way on the building either. Well, I guess that's a problem for another time. Let's go to Magenta Plaza. Alright. Ouch. Oh. It's a big bird up there. It's kind of scary. Let's... Bummer. Oops. Alright. And now I can stay here in peace? Question mark? Okay. Let's heal up. All right. Oops. Alright, where's Sally go? Leech seed. Send you out. Hello. Can I target you? Alright. Let's... Ouch. Alright, let's go to War Turtle. Just kidding, let's go back to Pick Night. And let's see how we're doing. So we need a Floette and 2 other things. There's the Floette. Alright. So now I just need the 2 other things. I just don't stop coming. Right. Is there anything in here? Nope. Alright, the other two must come out at night. Alright, so let's see. We could go. Let's go to number 8. I don't know anything that's there other than a Machop. Oh, yes. Come on. There's like too many things going on. Ouch. Ouch. What are you even aiming at? Okay. Right. So we need sand isle and what was it? One other thing? Just gonna make a break for it. Right. And we're out of here. Alright. One other thing I did yesterday on my own time was I went to a whole lot of cafes and drank a lot of coffee. I don't know if that would have been super exciting for you all to watch since I just kind of sat there. But that is like the one thing that Lumiose was missing in X and Y. It was like something to do at the cafes. So it's really nice having the option of doing something other than like walking in and then leaving, because there's like you couldn't even buy anything. So that is one big improvement with this game. All right. I don't think I'm gonna have anything. Let's see. I guess we could do some side missions. But yeah, I want to show you guys the inside of Restaurant Luau because it's pretty fancy. We've got a marble battlefield with gold lining. That is some real high-end stuff. No wonder they don't let us do battles on this field. It is pristine. Anyway, I just thought it was fancy and worth noting. But there's nothing to do in there. Alright. Oh, there was a side mission I was gonna do. So, taxi driver. Not this chestpin again. It's always blocking my taxi. Cheh! Why are you trying to fight my taxi? Go battle other Pokemon like everyone else does. You're a trainer, right? Do you think you could battle this feisty chestpin? A Pokemon versus taxi battle seems like it would end badly for both sides. Alright. All I gotta do is battle it. Yeah, can I catch it? Spin, spin! Chespin's cute. It was the first starter I chose when I played X. Or Y. I don't remember which one I played first. That was difficult. I was a little over-leveled for that one. Looks like Chespin isn't admitting defeat. Yeah! Alright, time for round 2. Alright. I'm gonna switch Pokemon. It feels kind of mean to just be so over-leveled. Give it a little bit more of an exciting battle. Slow down, Chespin, you're going too hard. Honestly, the way to get stronger is by working with a trainer, not fighting one, right? I'd say that's right. See, even this nice trainer says so. Wouldn't you rather go with her, Chespin? Yeah. Yeah, join my team. Good for you. Now you can have this trainer help you get really strong. Yay! Cute. One last thing from me before you go. Remember this, Chespin. Taxis are for riding, not for battling. Yay, I got my first starter. Well, my second starter. I got Squirtle, I guess. Should I add Chespin to my team? It's a bit low leveled. I suppose I could just feed it some candy. I don't think I really want Flaffy anymore. Let's see if anyone's got new moves to learn. Psychic's a good one. Let's get rid of Infestation. Alright, and then... I'll just level you up the old-fashioned way. Hi, Chespin. Maybe Chespin kept trying to pick fights with my taxi so it could eventually meet someone like you. Maybe. Let's check out this side mission. Want to trade Pokemon with me? I'll give you my Riolu if you give me an Abra. Abra can use the move Teleport, right? I bet it would be so much fun to play tag with. Yeah, I'll trade. I can always catch another one. Sure, I'll trade. Oh yeah, let's do it. It's kind of nice that it just automatically goes to the Pokemon in question and I don't have to search my boxes for it. Bye-bye, Abra. Riolu. It's cute. Wow, a real-life Abra. Thanks. Come on, Abra. Let's play tag. Hey, wait. Did you just go to sleep? That's not how you play tag, Abra. Wake up. What? Where'd it go? Did Abra use teleport in its sleep? Whoa. I guess our game of tag has already started. Well, thanks again. Take care of Riolu. Hey, Abra, I'm coming to get ya. Alright, have fun, kid. Let's see. There. Oh. So let's fly there and do that side mission at Restaurant yeah. Maybe? Okay. Hello. More! I need a hotter flame. I suppose you must have heard me talking rather loudly to myself there. The problem, you see, is that I can't get a hot enough flame in my kitchen. Lilio here provides our firepower. I don't know why I said manpower, but it can't burn that max heat until it lets loose in battle. So I must ask you for help, kind stranger. Would you have a sizzling battle with me and my Litleo to get it nice and fired up? Burn, Litleo, burn! Let me know when you're ready to have a sizzling hot Pokemon battle. Yep. Alright, it's fire. Give us a battle so hot it feels like being roasted by a flare blitz. Alright. Oop. Swap you out as fast as possible. Maybe I should just feed Chespin some candies, but I don't know. I don't like doing that. Let's switch you out. Good job. One more? A Houndoom. Almost there. Whew. What firepower? It's too hot to handle. Aqua Ring. Nice. What an intense battle. I almost caught fire myself. How about it, Litleo? After a battle like that, I bet you can show me the hottest flames you can make, huh? Grarar! That's the spirit, Litleo. We'll need your hottest flames if we want to grill today's steaks just right. Thank you so much. Here's something for that fine battle. Use it on a Pokemon that's burned. Thank you. Back to the kitchen for us. My customers today are in luck. They'll be dining on steaks with the absolute perfect sear. Restaurant yeah was always my favorite to eat at in X and Y, but if it was real life, I would not be eating there. They always had such unique food options. So is this one like a granite floor or something? Definitely not as fancy as the marble at Restaurant Wow, but that's to be expected, I suppose. Alright. So not some great moves, but it looks like it's ready to evolve. Alright. Villadin, the most circular Pokemon evolve. Well, maybe not evolve, but definitely the most circular grass type Pokemon. I think let's heal up. And then I think I'm ready to battle Vinnie. I don't remember. Yeah, I've got the ticket points. So, actually, do this battle and then that'll be the end of the episode. Let's get that. Oh, do I have Quilladin in front? So you have a challenger's ticket, do you? Securing volunteers who will willingly take on Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon is in the best interests of Quasartico Inc., of course. But I cannot allow a trainer to face the dangers of this task if they might lack the necessary skill. Not even one of AZ's personal acquaintances. If you believe you're ready, please prove it to me in battle. You should know, however, that I also have the skill to defeat Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. I'll take you on. I'm probably really underleveled, especially since I swapped out Flaffy for a Pokemon at half its level. Then let us begin. I'll show you what I can do. I'm sure you won't mind if I have a bit of fun as well. This is a Pokemon battle after all. Of course. Houndoom. Alright, Wartortle's a good start. Sharpedo. Probably not the best move choice, but Sharpedo. What's good against Sharpedo? Bug? Bug's super effective against Darkrai. Of course you have a Baneri. Oh. Right. Drampa. Drampa, I have complete faith in you. Show her what you've learned over your long life. I have not seen Mega Drampa. I did not know that it Mega Evolved. That is pretty cool. Now my turn to Mega Evolve. I like Mega Drampa. That's a great design. How formidable. Perhaps I put too great a burden on Vinnie. It only just joined my team. Well, at least you didn't make it use Splash, like the other Vinnie trainers I've seen. Superbly fought. With this, I can now confidently say that you subduing that rogue capsule was no fluke. SRQPON F. You were specially promoted to rank F. Way to go, Emily! Congrats on reaching rank F. Where'd you come from? Time for me to shoot straight up the ranks too. Can't let you outdo me. Vinnie, I'm ready for my promotion match. You've also obtained the necessary challengers tickets, Urbane? Very well, let us begin. Do you need to heal your team first? Emily, Urbane, I congratulate you both on your promotion to rank F. But what about Naveen and Lita? Do allow me to heal your teams before we continue, or whatever he said. And here is a TM for each of you. Consider having your Pokemon learn the move that it contains. Safeguard. I don't think I will. Even if it's useful, I just... you know, don't care for it. Now that you've joined the upper ranks, we can speak frankly about our next steps. Please join me inside as soon as you're ready. Alright. So this is normally where I stop my episodes. A new day has begun. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. It's kind of a long episode anyway. Anyway, thanks for going to the museum with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!